What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Revision Staff Food Review Remix! So we're here back doing Chipotle queso again because did one of us read an article that they redid the...
Not me.
Something?
What?
Scott,
you were the one that said
Scott.
it.
Oh,
Scott.
it wasn't me. Scott read an article saying that they redid some ingredients or how they make something so it should taste better. So we're putting it to the test.
It can't taste much worse.
It
was literally the worst queso I've ever had.
was
ever.
Just,
in the history of queso. Not the worst food I've ever had, but there wasn't, like, what queso have you ever had that's worse? You could get, like, the glob of, like, 3-gallon nacho cheese from the store, and that at least tastes better.
Can we like cut back to the last video? I don't think Mike was necessarily saying all of that in the last one.
Oh, I did.
If I had the just normal, like, you know, guac size version of that, like, I'd eat the whole thing for sure. Like, it's not bad. It's
because I'm pretty sure we decided that it was slightly better than the just concession stand queso you get with your pretzel.
I agree with that.
I do too.
It's way better than that.
It is way better than that.
Well, we're gonna find out. If I recall, it was just extremely mediocre. I'll cut him out so you can't even see what he was saying. Alright, well, let's chip up and give it a try.
Chip up and dip up. Green pepper in there. Get a little more than that, Mike. Come on.
I don't believe in it.
Cheers.
Cheers. I actually think it's better.
That's better.
It is better. I like it better.
Yeah, it's an improvement. It's not good. I'll tell you what, if
You're
like,
a mental eater.
No, listen. If Wrigley
Seriously.
Field substituted their crap bright orange queso for this, they would sell 1/3 as many nachos next season. The chips were delicious.
I wouldn't get it over guac, but
can we crop him out of this whole video?
Yeah, I'm a mental eater, but you guys like are so you want to love Chipotle. Everything they make so bad. Everything inside of you was dying for this to be good queso.
Said it was
you want
not good.
this to be way better, and it's mildly better. They have improved. It actually has a taste.
And that's what makes it better. It didn't have a taste last
They've
time.
improved it like wildly.
But
yeah, I agree.
There's a little...
I don't think it's just
There's
a
a
mild
slight
improvement.
kick
It's
to
way
it.
better.
I think
And
so
there's
too.
Well, it was terrible before.
I'd eat the whole thing for sure. Like, it's not bad. It's
I would get this like
I
if
would
I were
too.
just going now.
I like it a lot.
That's better than Tostitos. Like if you went to the store and bought like the Tostitos pre-queso mix. I think
Duh, it's better than Tostitos.
barely. The last one was worse than Tostitos. This is a notch above Tostitos, but if Ballpark sold that instead of their just crap orange nacho cheese, they would sell less nachos. It's not even as good as that.
What is your reasoning for that?
Are you talking about like the same nacho cheese like you pump out of...
Yeah.
No.
I'm talking about
That stuff is the worst
No,
of all the
that's-
cheeses.
Yes.
I'm talking
Agreed.
about like
That's literally like do we still have that here?
do you
Welcome to the
That-
first edition
that-
of Fight Night with
I'm just saying, you can say that it's the worst of all the cheeses, but do you know how many billions of gallons of that stuff get sold in stadiums all across the country? Because deep down, everyone knows
deep down
this
it's the
is
cheapest.
plastic and
Yes,
it's killing us.
yes, because it's the cheapest. It's the cheapest thing at.
You don't You don't have to buy it because
you
it's
didn't see
cheap.
that,
You buy it
Courtney
because
almost
it's
fell.
delicious. Like
No.
you're not buying it like, oh, I know it's cheap, but I guess how could I live for another hour at this baseball game without a nacho in my mouth? You buy it because you're like, I'm hungry for something good, and I want to dip my pretzel and nachos in something, and millions of people, tens of millions across America
I
buy
like
it
how Mike
because they like
speaks
it.
on his own behalf as if everybody in the entire world is like on his side.
You're probably right. Everyone thinks that's cheap plastic cheese, so there's no nachos that get sold at baseball parks
There's only one way to solve
or
this.
football stadiums,
And that's
other
gonna
than the
take
Falcons.
you guys commenting. I'm going to ask from work for you. Comment Who has the most compelling argument?
Who
Who
here-
has the
hey.
angriest argument?
How many of you would choose to go to a concession stand at a ballpark and get the nachos with the cheese that are there? Raise your hand if you would.
Like the ballpark nacho pumpkins?
Yeah.
In comparison to this?
Just over like something else on the menu there. That would be
frequently.
like my last choice on the
Me
menu.
too.
No,
Last choice.
I'd get it.
I would eat
I
it
just
if it
don't
was
agree
given
with
to
him
me.
at all
I would
with
never
that.
buy it. If it had that cheese, I would buy it. 100%.
Me too.
You never have bought it? Or you
I've
just
bought
wouldn't
it at
have?
like legacy Christian school basketball games.
Down the line, we'll start with Mike. What's your grade out of nacho cheese scale?
B minus.
So over here arguing like it's an F plus.
I didn't say that.
B minus. All right,
I
Courtney.
think we're more arguing.
Thumbs up.
I didn't say
Thumbs
I
up.
like it.
What would you grade ballpark cheese then?
B.
Oh my god.
I'm the only nacho cheese I've ever had worse than I'd grade like the Tostitos, that prepackaged stuff that's not that good. Like that would be like a C.
Anyone else wants more of this?
This would be like a C
I've
minus.
been just kind of taking over it.
The old
stuff.
Chipotle queso, and I've never had any queso worse than a C minus. What would an F queso be like?
Moldy.
Moldy.
Ballpark.
All right, thumbs up for Courtney. I give it like 4.2 stars. That's good.
But
Yeah,
of
we'll
all the
get there.
quesos that I've had in my life, this is like up there with the best, I would say. So I'll give it a 6 out of a 7, just because there might be a queso that's like Acapulco's is probably better. Still.
Shocked that you all like this so much.
It's just good.
It's just not that good. It's good, but not that good. Whether I get edited out of the video or not,
We'll see next
I'm
week.
shocked.
Well, that got heated. Let's talk about today's devotion. I don't know if this happens to you when you're ever reading these devotions, but this one line just really stuck out to me today. As we read about Jacob today, again, we learned about how he gets a lot of things wrong, but he got one thing right. And that's that he values the blessing and things of God over everything else. And from that moment forward, his life was changed. You see, Jacob, he was a liar and he was a cheater, but then he has this moment where he comes before God and he just says, you know what, I don't want any of that to define me anymore. I want you to define me. Because when God defines you, when He is your source of truth, when you look to Him and when you seek Him in all that you do, you are no longer defined by your past. You're no longer defined by pain and hurt. You are defined by the Creator of the universe, who saw brokenness in this world and loves us so much that He sent Jesus so that we could have the opportunity to have a relationship with Him that does not hold on to our past, one that doesn't hold on to our faults. It's a relationship based on who He is and who He says you are. And that's pretty cool. So let me ask you this question. Who is it or what is it that you are letting define your life? The only queso that I know hands down is better, other than like homemade, obviously, would be what's that noise? You guys hear that?
Oh,
Courtney
come
is
on.
squeaking.